We are supposed to be the apex predators. We are the most intelligent, advanced species on the planet. We have built skyscrapers, split the atom, and put supercomputers in our pockets. And yet, if you look around at anyone in our generation right now, we are absolutely miserable. We are chronically exhausted, constantly anxious, and completely paralyzed by the sheer complexity of just keeping ourselves alive. Meanwhile, look at the happiest creature in your house. Look at your dog. They don't have a 5-year plan. They don't even have an investment portfolio. They have never once checked LinkedIn to see if another dog got a promotion, and they are completely unbothered and entirely at peace. We have massively overcomplicated what it means to have a good life. We are drowning in optimal morning routines, self-help books, and biohacking podcasts, trying to find the secret to not feeling like crap every day. I want you to throw all of that in the bin. If you want to fix your burnout, you need to simplify your life on a primal level. Think about the absolute basics of how we survive day to day. We spend an absolute fortune trying to artificially manipulate our energy levels. You wake up and drink a heavily processed energy drink. You buy a €5 iced coffee on the way to the office. You drink a couple of beers on a Tuesday just to deal with the stress of existing. You are constantly dehydrating your brain and wondering why you have a headache and brain fog by 2 in the afternoon. Stop pouring expensive, sugary crap into your engine just to feel a temporary spike in your heart rate. Your body is a machine, and right now, the check engine light is flashing. Give it what it actually needs. Just drink water. It sounds ridiculously simple, but we've forgotten completely how to just hydrate ourselves without it being an aesthetic experience. And it's the exact same story with food. Do you know how much mental bandwidth you waste every single week just thinking about what to eat? You sit at your desk, starving, opening and closing a food delivery app, trying to decide what to order, and you end up dropping way more money than you want on a lukewarm takeout meal. Or you go to the shops, get overwhelmed by the aisles, and buy a load of random snacks that don't even make a meal. You are suffering from massive decision fatigue. Now look at dogs. Dogs eat the exact same bowl of food every single day, and every single time you put it down, they act like it's a Michelin star meal. You need to find your kibble. Find 3 or 4 cheap, high protein, incredibly basic meals and just put them on a loop. Chicken and rice and vegetables, eggs and toast. Take the emotion and the decision making out of eating. You will save hundreds of euros a month and get back hours of your time. That doesn't just mean you can't enjoy things. You just have to change what a treat actually means. The problem with our generation is that because we are so stressed out by the modern world, we treat ourselves every single day just to cope. I had a hard day at work. I deserved this pizza. I had stressful emails to send. I deserved this online shopping haul. See how that sounds? When every day is a treat, nothing is a treat. It just becomes an expensive baseline coping mechanism that keeps you broke. A dog gets a treat when they do something genuinely good or on a special occasion. Keep your treats rare. When you actually wait for the weekend to have that drink with your mates or that nice meal out, you will actually taste it. It will actually give you joy instead of just acting as temporary emotional numbness. And speaking of physical existence, think about how we spend our days. If you adopted a dog, locked it in a small, damp apartment, made it stare at a glowing rectangular screen for 10 hours a day and never let it outside to feel the wind or smell the grass, animal control would literally come and take it away from you. That's considered abuse. Yet, that is exactly what you do to yourself every single day. We are biological creatures. We are not designed to sit in a dark room, illuminated by LED lights, hunched over a keyboard. You have to take yourself for a walk. You don't need to track your heart rate on a smartwatch. You don't need to listen to a business podcast about scaling a startup. Just walk out the front door, look at the sky, breathe actual air, and move your legs. It is the ultimate reset button for your already fried nervous system. When you get back from that walk and you feel tired, you need to actually let yourself rest. When a dog is tired, they don't fight it. They don't lie down on their bed and then spend 3 hours scrolling through TikTok videos of other dogs. They don't read the news to see what disaster is happening in a country they don't live in. They just close their eyes and go to sleep. We treat sleep like it's a punishment. We actively fight against our own biological clock because we are so desperate to reclaim a few hours of free time at night. We stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning staring at blue light and then wonder why waking up at 7 feels like getting hit by a bus. Stop romanticizing sleep deprivation. Your battery is empty, just go to sleep. When you wake up, look at how you interact with the world around you. Think about how a dog reacts when their owner walks through the front door. They lose their absolute minds. They are vibrating with pure joy just because someone they care about exists in the same room. How do we react when we see our mates? We give them a half nod. We sit at the table, half of us are looking down at our phones, barely paying attention to the conversation. We take the people in our lives completely for granted. We act like they will always be there until one day they aren't. Put the phone down. When you meet your friends, when you see your family, actually look them in the eye. Let yourself feel the joy of their company. Be present. And part of being present is protecting that circle. A dog knows exactly who is in their pack, and they will fiercely guard them against anything. You need to guard your pack. Protect your friends. Support them when they are dealing with the misery of the cost of living, or a terrible breakup, or trouble with their family. But more importantly, protect your own peace within that pack. If someone is toxic, if a job is draining the absolute life out of you and disrespecting your time, bark at it. Set hard boundaries. Do not let corporate managers or selfish people walk all over you. Defend your territory and defend your energy. A massive part of defending your energy is letting go of the constant need to look cool. We are completely paralyzed by cringe. We live in a constant state of performance anxiety because we are terrified of being perceived. We are terrified of looking stupid, of failing, of someone making a joke about us in a group chat. We curate our entire personalities to be as safe, ironic, and unbothered as possible. A dog doesn't care. A dog will trip over its own feet, roll down a hill, shake it off, and keep running. A dog will bark at a shadow and not feel an ounce of shame. You have to stop letting fear of embarrassment dictate your life. If you want to start a terrible YouTube channel, start it. If you want to wear a weird outfit, wear it. The people judging you are just as miserable and insecure as you are. Stop performing for an invisible audience. If you can let go of that performance, you finally open yourself up to the actual beauty of living. We are always waiting for the massive milestones to finally feel happy. We think we will be happy when we buy the house, when we get the promotion, when we get married. But life is not the milestones. Life is the mundane Tuesday afternoons in between. A dog can find profound, life-altering happiness just by finding a warm patch of sunlight on the living room carpet. They will lie there for an hour, entirely content. You need to find your patch of sunlight. A really good cup of tea in the morning, a cold breeze on a desperately hot day, a song you haven't heard in 5 years coming on the radio while you're driving. If you can learn to extract genuine joy from the tiny, boring, everyday moments, you become completely bulletproof. The modern corporate system cannot break you if your happiness comes from a walk in the park and a glass of water. You don't need a massive life overhaul. You don't need to buy another guide or optimize your routine. You just need to strip it all back to the basics. Drink your water, eat your food, Take yourself for a walk. Go to sleep. Live like a dog.